Hello and welcome to the Asshole Book Club. I'm LJ, and we're just going to be looking at a couple Am I the Asshole Reddit posts while this storm rages on around me. It's not that bad. Let's see what we got here. Am I the asshole for refusing to talk to my parents until they give me an honest answer to my question? That piques my interest a little bit. Am I the asshole for telling a doctor to shut up on a turbulent flight? Ooh, this one sounds a little spicy. Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend's flatmate a fucking bitch for what she has done? I mean, 2 hours ago, oof. I don't know if I should do one that's that fresh, but whatever. When it loads, thank you. Wow. Bit of a longer one, but... Okay. I, a 19-year-old woman, am a closeted bisexual. I have a girlfriend and we've been together for 6 months. I'm closeted due to the ethnic background and culture of my family. Or background and ethnic culture, comma, my family is a part. I don't know, punctuation would help. My family is a part of it, and if they ever catch wind of it, it would be horrible for me. My girlfriend's flatmate was also my friend. I have cried to her on multiple occasions and talked to her about how dangerous it would be for me if anyone that wasn't my friend was to find out. Me and her have been drifting apart due to a problem that has shown her true character. Yesterday, my close friend came to tell me that someone else in my neighborhood and in the same community as me asked her if I was a lesbian. This was after a convo she had with my girlfriend's flatmate where she dropped my name and the fact that I have a girlfriend. Well, that's rude. The fact that it has circled back to me scared me, and I started to have a panic attack thinking that it would be better for me to disappear than anyone else finding out. I'm curious about your background. Like, this is 2024. What background do you have that it would be dangerous for you to be a bisexual? I'm asking this as a bisexual, like I don't really understand that. I'm curious as to where you live or, things like that, because in most places it shouldn't be a big deal anymore. She didn't come out of her room, so I shouted at it because it was locked. Wait. Oh, the door was locked, calling her a fucking bitch. And how she is a horrible human being for outing me, especially to someone who could easily spread it to my mum. Okay, I'm imagining you're in the UK just by the terms flatmate and mum. Is the UK massively homophobic? I've never been there, and I've never had an interest in going there, so I wouldn't know. My girlfriend texted the GC, I don't know what that is, she was on, saying how she does not want to live with her because... Yeah, I don't know what GC means. Because she outed me, she and her friend on the... group chat. She and her friend on the group chat immediately started to act defensive as if they were the victim, saying how it wasn't their fault and she doesn't deserve me being rude. She did out you, She spread personal information about you without your permission, so she does deserve you being rude. I said if it was an accident or not, it can ruin my life, but she kept defending herself, and so was her friend. Is her friend a part of it? Because if not, tell her friend to shut the fuck up. I said that I wanted to speak to her about it, to tell her that her words can ruin people, and she has to keep it to herself, and to explain why I don't want to be near her. Her response was, well, we don't talk much anyway. What the fuck? That's no excuse to out someone. Bearing in mind, she has known about my relationship for the whole 6 months, but now she has decided to say it. I feel horrible about calling her a rude word. Don't. She deserves it. But she has a way of manipulating every situation and not taking accountability. This has really hurt me, and I don't know how to carry myself around these people anymore, as they tend to talk to everyone about their problems, and I want to minimize the damage. Thoughts? And there's an edit. The way she mentioned I had a girlfriend was because of an issue she had with my closest friend, which happened 2 months ago. She said to a person who wasn't close to me and had no clue, I don't know how I'm going to live with my GF's name, because she is my name's GF, and it would be awkward. The girl took the fact that I am queer from the conversation, and that's how it circulated back to me. Yeah, why? I mean, I guess America is relatively safe for the queer people among us, because I don't know. Let's see the top comment. Not the asshole. People literally lose their lives being outed constantly, and you say your safety and comfort matter. Jesus. The rest of the world must really suck if people are still killing gay folk. Not the asshole. She knew you did not want to come out publicly. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not the asshole. You should have said more rude words to her, because she took private information of yours and spread it for kind of no reason. This one I am curious about. Am I the asshole for telling a doctor to shut up on a turbulent flight? I mean, was he trying to give CPR to someone? Because if so, that's not your place. A 30-year-old man was on a flight from Atlanta to LAX last night. Packed flight, everyone was just trying to get some sleep. After 2 hours in, the lights come on and an announcement crackles through the intercoms. Turbulence ahead, fasten seatbelts, pretty standard stuff. Then all hell breaks loose. This woman, maybe late 40s, impeccably dressed, why's that matter? Starts freaking out, screaming about air pockets, demanding to speak to the pilot, the whole 9 yards. Flight attendant, super patient lady, bless her, tries to calm her down, explains it's a standard procedure, turbulence is normal. Nope, not having it. This lady, who we'll name Jane, throws a fit. Not the screeching nails on a chalkboard kind, but a cold, steely fury. She accuses the flight attendant of lying, of putting everyone in danger, and demands to be deplaned immediately. You're in the air. How does she expect them to open the door for her to jump out? Like, the flight attendant says that that's not possible mid-flight, no shit, and Jane launches into a whole spiel about how she's a doctor, pulls out an ID to prove it, and if something happens, it's on the airline. I bet you this doctor lady... Why do I have a notification? Oh, that's not important. I bet you this doctor lady is flying for the first time and is having a mini panic attack. Or an actual panic attack. It sounds pretty Pretty crazy. Now the rest of the plane is awake. People are grumbling, some looking scared. A baby starts crying. The flight attendant is trying to reason with Jane, but it's like talking to a brick wall. Finally, I just lose it. I yell out, probably a little too loudly. Look, lady, we all get turbulence. It's not a 5-star resort, but it's safe. Sit down and shut up before you get yourself arrested. Everyone stares at me. Well, then you definitely did shout it too loudly. Jane spins around, eyes blazing, and starts in on me about disrespecting a medical professional. I don't give a shit. Her doctorate's probably in art history or something. I'm kidding. I fire back that a real doctor wouldn't be causing a scene and freaking everyone out. The flight attendant dives in, trying to mediate, but the damage is done. We hit some turbulence, not terrible, but enough to jostle the plane. Jane freaks out again, and some people start getting panicky. Yeah, you can't freak out on a plane, because other people are going to freak out. And then you have a, metal death trap with a whole bunch of people freaking out. I feel awful. Maybe I made things worse. The flight attendant gives me a look that could curdle milk, but then steers Jane away to talk to her privately. By the time we land, things are calmer, but the tension is thick. Jane gives me a withering look as she disembarks, and a few people mutter thanks under their breath. So, am I the asshole? Did I just escalate a bad situation, or was I right to shut down a meltdown that was putting other passengers on edge? I'm honestly not sure. You didn't shut it down, though. Like, I know you think you're the hero here, but you did not... Like, you didn't de-escalate anything. You escalated it, so you didn't shut anything down. Let's see. Well, first I'll state my opinion. I think you're the asshole, because you could have just, if you wanted the situation to stop, you could have tried doing it a little calmer. But given your writing style, I assume that, you have a penchant for drama, shall we say. And, I don't know, I think you were feeling a little bored and you wanted to escalate the situation. That's my take on it. Top comment says, you're the asshole, but unknowingly. The crew are trained to handle these sorts of situations. And you and your frustration escalated it. True. I fly. A lot. I'm also a very big guy who looks like he can handle himself. That's irrelevant. There's kind of an unwritten rule that if there's an aggressive passenger, I sit the fuck down, but pay attention, don't jump in, don't risk making things worse in an attempt to fix the issue. Sit down, shut up, and if the crew need help, they'll ask, but they won't ask you because you're a fucking rando. Like, they're not gonna ask some random dude to help solve the situation. They'll probably get the air marshal if it gets, too out of hand. You ever watch or play netball? What the fuck is netball? What is netball? Are you referring to basketball? Are you referring to tennis? Freaking lacrosse? Soccer? Hockey? All of these things have a form of a net in some way. I don't know what netball is. Let's see, unlike a lot of sports where players will call for the ball, open players in netball say, here if you need. Or imagine going to the supermarket and you see someone with a pallet stocking shelves. You don't just start grabbing stuff and putting it on the shelf, saying, I'm just trying to help. Let the professional handle it. Comment under that said, I heart that you used netball as your example. You just confused everyone outside of the Commonwealth. Massachusetts? I only know the Commonwealth from Fallout 4, so Does Massachusetts have a completely different language than the rest of America? I mean, that would make sense. Almost everywhere in America talks differently than each other. But still. Someone said it's apparently people being polite in a game with a ball in the net, and which is why Americans don't understand it. I don't. Yeah, that's immediately rude, just by assuming all Americans are impolite. But also, I thought the Commonwealth was in Massachusetts. Now it's not even in America. Where is the Commonwealth? I don't. Okay, I've had enough with the netball. I don't. Wait, is someone explaining what it is? Oh, it's a version of basketball that is slower and safer. Netball is famous for causing player injuries, ankles and knees, because all of the sudden stops from a run. I mean, most professional sports. Okay, I don't really care. I won't be watching any netball anytime soon. Yeah, all these comments kind of suck. I'm trying to find out what you guys think, and you're talking about a stupid basketball game that is just apparently shittier than regular basketball, and that's already boring. Okay, yeah. You're the asshole. You escalated a situation on an airplane, which is incredibly dangerous, when you should have just let the freaking air marshal handle it if the lady was really freaking out. Done and done. And to all those netball players out there, sorry I called your sport boring, but the comments in this post really did not make it sound interesting. Alright, if you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of these stories, or if you have any suggestions for me. Have a good day, everyone, and hey, I've gotta go deal with this dog over here. She's freaking out like a lady on an airplane.